He stood there for seconds, and in that moment, loyalty rotted into something dangerously unrecognizable. Beneath his feet lay something powerful enough to rewrite his identity without him even realizing it. But why did a faithful servant suddenly speak like a tyrant the moment he reached that exact spot? In a city ruled by power and appearances, one man feared what would happen after he was gone. He didn't fear death, he feared what his wealth would do to those left behind. So he made a decision most men wouldn't dare, to hide power where only desperation could find it. Not in vaults, not in sight, but buried where temptation could silently reshape a man's character.
He trusted only one man with the secret, not realizing proximity to wealth can distort even the simplest mind. A promise was made, but promises are fragile when they stand too close to buried power. Death came quietly, but the real danger wasn't his absence. It was the unchecked forces he left behind. Time passed, and ignorance quietly grew where knowledge had been deliberately buried alongside gold. Then, one day, a simple truth surfaced, a hidden fortune waiting, and a single man who knew its location. He approached the one man who held the secret, unaware that proximity to power had already begun its work. At first, everything seemed normal, which is exactly how dangerous transformations prefer to begin. They arrived at the exact place where truth slept beneath the soil and illusion stood above it. And just like before, something invisible took hold, rewriting his posture, his tone, his entire sense of self. The same man who once obeyed now spoke as if he owned everything standing before him. But the real power wasn't in his words, it was in what he was unknowingly standing on.
You think you can keep me chained forever? I won't dog anymore! Fight me, you catbird!
He didn't react, not because he was weak, but because he sensed something deeper was controlling this moment. So instead of fighting arrogance, he stepped away, choosing patience over impulsive retaliation. Because some problems aren't solved with force, they require understanding the hidden mechanism behind behavior. And there was one man who understood exactly how power distorts perception without ever being seen. His insight was simple, yet dangerous, because it revealed a truth most people are too blind to accept. The arrogance wasn't random, it was triggered, precisely when his feet touched that exact hidden point. Not because he owned the wealth, but because he felt its presence without understanding its true nature. Power doesn't need possession. Proximity alone is enough to intoxicate an unguarded mind. So the solution wasn't negotiation, it was removal. Separate the man from the illusion controlling him. This time, he wasn't searching for treasure. He was testing a theory about the human mind. And right on cue, the transformation began again, exactly as predicted. Precise, repeatable, almost mechanical. The insults returned, not as emotion, but as symptoms of something deeper, borrowed power masquerading as identity. So he acted instantly, breaking the illusion by removing the man from the very source of his false authority. And just like that, the arrogance vanished, as if it had never truly belonged to him. With the illusion broken, the truth could finally be uncovered, literally and psychologically at the same time. What was hidden beneath the ground was never just wealth, it was the trigger that exposed a fragile mind.
And the man who once acted like a master now carried the very weight that had controlled him. Power returned to its rightful place, not in the ground, but in the hands of someone who understood it. The real lesson? Most arrogance isn't earned, it's borrowed from something people are standing too close to.